Good morning. Today we're going to go through guided class practice 114A. And if we look at the date today, it says draw a 61 millimeter line segment. And you're probably thinking, we haven't learned millimeters. Well, I'm going to show you this morning how to measure in millimeters. So I want you to get your ruler and I want you to flip it to the centimeter side. And we've used the centimeter side before. So I know that in class we have measured things and we've said that they are, for instance, 2 centimeters long, okay? Well, today we are going to learn how to use it in millimeters. So the first thing is I want you to notice on your ruler, these big numbers here, 1, 2, 3, 4, those are centimeters. So from here, from 0 to 1, that is 1 centimeter. However, when you look closer at the ruler, if you notice these little tiny lines here between 0 and 1, those are called millimeters. So I want you to take a moment and count. Let's count how many lines we have between 0 and 1. So here, let's count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there are 10 millimeter lines in 1 centimeter. So that means that there are 10 millimeters. 10 millimeters equal 1 centimeter. So if I were to tell you to draw a 1 centimeter line, sorry, my ruler moved, how many centimeters would that be? Well, I just told you that would be 1 centimeter. So that'd be 1 centimeter, which equals 10 millimeters. But what if I told you to draw a 3 centimeter line? So let's draw a 3 centimeter line. Okay, so that is 3 centimeters. Or if there are 10 millimeters per, that'd be 10, 20, 30. So it'd be 30 millimeters. Okay, so let's go back up to our date line. Sorry. So I want you to line your ruler up and we are going to, it says draw a 61 millimeter line segment. So you're going to line it up, and I'm trying to hold it here. Okay, so if we go back, let me raise it above my direction. So if we go back, we want 61. So remember, there are 10 millimeters for every centimeter. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Actually, let me do it this way so it's easier for you to say. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay, but I needed one more. So I would put a dot at that first line right after the 6 centimeter, because that's my 60, 61. Okay, and now I'm going to draw my line. Okay. My line is really hard to draw a straight line with one hand. Okay, so there we go. So it is 6 centimeters, because remember, 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters. Okay, so we had 6 centimeters and 1 millimeter long. Okay, because we went 1 past the 6 on our ruler. Okay, so Michael had 750 pennies. He gave his sister 175 pennies. How many pennies does Michael have left? Well, if we had 750, first off, is this an addition, a subtraction, or a multiplication problem? Well, we're starting with a total and we're taking some away. So I hope you said that it is a subtraction problem. Okay, so I set up my problem in my workspace. So I can't take 5 away from nothing, so I'm going to borrow. So my 5 becomes 4, my 0 becomes 10. So 10 minus 5 is 5. And I can't take 7 away from 4, so I have to borrow. So my 7 becomes a 6, and then this 4 becomes now 14. So 14 minus 7 is 7, and 6 minus 1 is 5. So my number sentence would be 750 pennies minus 175 pennies equals 575 pennies. And my answer is 575 pennies. Okay. On number 2, measure line segment AB using millimeters. So let's get out our ruler again. And if I line it up, okay, so, sorry, my camera was off. Okay, so let me adjust it just so you guys could see it. Okay, so if millimeters, so this is 10, 20. Now we're going to count each of those little lines. So 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Okay, so I will say it is 26 millimeters. Okay. Number 3, label each angle as acute, right, or obtuse. And what's our little saying that we say for acute? Is a cute, small puppy. Okay, so using that, which one of these angles is acute? Okay, well, a cute small puppy means that it's less than 90 degrees. So I would say that this one is acute. Okay. Now, if we had to figure out the difference between a right and an obtuse angle, well, if we remember, a right angle we show with the little square in the corner, and that represents 90 degrees. So I would say that this is our right angle, which leaves our middle one is obtuse. Okay. On number 4, it says, draw what the letter A will look like when it is rotated around the point. So I went and got a block out of our kids' old toys, and I got the letter A so that I could show you. So if we start with it like this, okay, and we turn it a quarter of a turn clockwise, that's what we get. So we're going to write that in our box. So, okay. Now, what if I turn it another quarter of a turn clockwise? I get it upside down, A. Okay. And then what if I turn it another quarter turn clockwise? Okay, I'm going to turn my paper so I can write it. And then if I were to turn my A one last quarter of a turn clockwise, it would be back to where we started from. Okay, so number 5, which of the following shows 542 in expanded form? Okay, well first let's write it ourselves. If we have our 5, it would be in the hundredths position, so it'd be 500 plus. The 4 is in the tens position, so it'd be 40, plus our 2 is in the ones position. So we need to find a number sentence that looks like this. So let's see, I would say it's our last one. So circle that one. Okay. On number 6, what fractional part of the beads is black? So let's draw a fraction line. And let's figure out first how many total beads do we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I would put 7 on the bottom because that's my total number of beads. That's my denominator. And then how many are black? 1, 2, 3. So my top number is 3. So 3 of my 7 beads are black. Okay. Number 7, fill in the correct comparison symbol. So 4 squared, so 4 times 4 equals 16. okay? 130 divided by 10. So there is 1 0 here on the 10. So the easiest way for me is, since there's 1 0 here, I'm going to take a 0 off because I'm dividing. Remember, when we multiply by zeros, we add a 0. So if I multiplied 1 times 13, I'm not going to go there because I don't want to confuse you. But let's just say that since we're dividing, we're doing the opposite. When we multiply, we add the number of zeros that we multiplied by. On division, we take that number off. So we had a 10, and we have 1 0 here, so we take 1 off here. So it would be 13, okay? And then 6 tens, which would be 6 tens is 60, plus 12 ones equals, well, 0 plus 2 is 2, and 6 plus 1 is 7, so it'd be 72. And 9 times 7 is 63, okay? Oh, we forgot our comparison symbol. On this one, which one is greater, 16 or 13? 16 is greater. And on 72 and 63, the 72 is larger, okay? On the back side, if you need to get a letter T so that it would be easier for you, or to cut a letter T out so that you can manipulate it and turn it, you are more than welcome to do that. And if it's easier on this one, remember your place value when you write it out. And I would write it out first and then compare it to what is available as far as answers to help you. And that is it. Have a wonderful day. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Bye-bye.